Oh, okay. Hello. First disclaimer, in a way, I guess you could say. Well, maybe not. But I've got bangs that are growing out, and they don't want to go in my ponytail just yet. So you'll be seeing me doing this a lot. That's okay. However, I've noticed a trend that happened, and you know what? It really doesn't bother me that much. But every single time I post a video, I get 2 dislikes. And at first it kind of bugged me. I was like, okay, who's disliking my videos? Like, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not being mean. Like, it's none of that. But it's consistently every video I have, there's at least 2 dislikes. So, I mean, disagreements are going to happen everywhere. You're going to face it in life. But to whoever is disliking my videos, okay, are you doing it because you dislike the content, or are you doing it because you dislike me? If you're disliking the content, then that's okay. But if you're doing it to dislike me, I don't particularly understand why you would do it in this fashion, because if you dislike me personally, you'd probably either unsubscribe or, you know, whatever. But anyways, so getting that out of the way, I would love to share with you the amazing stuff that has happened. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to describe. So, I might as well share with you guys. I have been baptized. And to a lot of people that may mean nothing, but to a select few of people that it means quite a bit. And to me it means quite a bit. And it hasn't been quite a week just yet. However, the changes have already occurred in my life, and it's all for the better. I'm so happy I went through this decision. And it was definitely an informed decision. I think in a very logical manner, and it took a while for the heart to catch up with that. But there's 2 people in the church, and to all the shout out, like, I want to shout out to all those people who are in the scientific community and in the professional working industry that believe the same things that I do. Because there's 2 people within the church who helped me so much in just connecting my head to my heart. So I want to shout out to them. On Sunday, Sarah did mention you 2, but I wanted to personally thank you. And I'm super excited because now I can start doing all of my movie quotes, because I'm a total geek when it comes to those things. I may not be a total geek, but I'm certainly kind of halfway there. But, so that happened, and then, that was Sunday, and then Friday, and today were kind of crazy days. I needed a new job. I had known this, and I don't know if I want to jinx it. I don't think I will. So, you know, I'm going to put it out there anyway. So, yesterday morning, I went to class, and then I came back here, and I applied for the position at the Petco store here in Missoula. And that was around 10 o'clock, and then I started working on my resume, getting that prepared, and when my friend Alexis came up, I call her Lex, and then Lexi kind of tags along, but her name is Alexis. She comes and picks me up, and the resume wasn't finished, so we go to a coffee shop to finish it up, then we go print it, and then I go into the store. And I approach the sales associate at the cashier, and I tell her, I noticed the help wanted sign in your window, and I was wondering if I could give you my resume. And she's like, well, we do everything online. Usually you can do the application that way. And I had mentioned that I had already done that. She's like, oh yeah, then sure, I can take your resume to my general manager. So as she approaches, and I say thank you, and as she goes and does that, I go and see the cat adoption center because they have some cats, and the cat was super cute. She was a lilac Siamese, and her name was Lilac, and I'm all about adoption. Adoption is a fantastic way to just gain a companion, and I don't know, I see benefits in both, like pure breeding and adoption, but that's a completely different discussion. So I see the cat, and Alexis had gone back to her house to grab something, and the house wasn't that far away, so it's not going to be that long. But then I hear the sales associate say, "Oh yeah, she's still here." So I come over and I meet the general manager, and he says, "You know, you're one of the few people I wanted to interview. I was just about to call you, and I had just gotten into the office about 5 or 6 minutes ago, and your application popped up. And I had Elizabeth Bell on the computer, and then I saw your resume saying Elizabeth, and I'm like, wait, are these two different people? No, they're not." And it was the coincidence of how close those two things happened was obviously the work of God. I mean, I filled out the application, he looked at it before I arrived, I handed him my resume, and he wanted to interview me on the spot. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that because I had a meeting with a friend 45 minutes later than I had met him, and I was just kind of unprepared. It was on the spot. It would have been great, for sure. But we scheduled an interview for this morning at 7:30. Oh, early, I know, but it has a great outcome. So afterward, we go and hang out with Sarah. We watch The Maze Runner in Yuri Lecture Hall, which, by the way, I didn't like. Just plain and simple, I didn't like how anxious it made me. I mean, Dylan O'Brien's performance in that movie was spot on in his character, but the plot I didn't like. Dystopian worlds I'm kind of getting tired of, but that's just personal opinion. So we watched the movie, and then this morning I wake up and I get ready and I go to the interview, and I prayed before. I was like, God, just let the interview go well. Not that I get hired, but that the interview goes well. And the interview happens, I answer the questions, and I come out, and I'm just like, wow, that was fun. So I get coffee, then I come back and I take a nap, and at 11 was a baby shower. And I can say that now because at the baby shower they give you paper clips, and if you said baby shower or a boy, you got the paper clip taken away. Clothespin. I always get those mixed up. It doesn't matter. It's these things, okay? Clothespins. Maybe I had it right. I don't know. Those things. So you have one of those clipped onto your clothing, and if you say either of those words, you get taken off. But anyway, I went to that, and then I went to Light Shop for my class to do a focus, which you're determining the lights, how the angle, what they are, shutters, and all that great stuff. And that was at 1. So then right around 2:30, I see that I missed a phone call. And then it was Brian, the general manager from Petco that I had spoken to earlier in the morning with the interview. And he leaves a voicemail. He's like, hey, if you have time, just call me back. So I call him back after I carry up this really heavy ladder, and I totally sweated my butt off. And I call him back, and I'm like, hey, Brian, it's Elizabeth. And he's like, oh, hi, Elizabeth, how are you? And I'm like, I'm great. He's like, I would like to officially hire you to Petco. Oh my gosh, you could not imagine how fast and excited my heart was. I was completely overjoyed with emotion at the fact that God worked in my life this way, that I got hired in less than 48 hours. I've never really heard about that, but I'm going to be a Petco employee in probably less than a month. Oh, I cannot explain how perfect this is, because I want to work at a zoo, and I want to interact with the public, and I want to continue with my public speaking skills, and I want to continue with my customer service, and getting to do that alongside animals, and that the main focus is animals. Oh, like, is there a better fit? Probably not. I mean, unless I could work at the Humane Society, but anyways, I get to work at Petco. I get to work at Petco. I mean, oh my gosh. And then I get to use the employee discount to buy my cat's food. But it's just, Oh man, hired in less than 48 hours. I can't. Oh, it's still difficult to process. The only thing that we're waiting on is the background check. But I'm pretty sure the background check's gonna be like no problem because I haven't done anything wrong. So hopefully you guys will find out about that soon, and I'll probably vlog about this like after the first day of work just to explain like how it goes. Oh, but I'm so excited! Oh my gosh! And yes, I will probably quit my catering job, but it's going to be more of a leeway until like the background check is completely finished, and then, excuse me, I will put in my 2 weeks. But I want to take the time to thank the catering service for what they've done. Not the cat. They have given me the opportunity. They've taught me how high a learning curve is in that industry, and they've given me some really invaluable learning skills. So if any of the catering people are watching this video, thank you for being a part of my life and teaching me some phenomenal aspects of what it means to be a caterer. But yeah, that was my week, and the adventure isn't over. So know that there is hope. Enjoy the rest of your life, and you'll probably hear from me again. So talk to you later.